Coming to you once again live from beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, home of the stunning Garden of the Gods and the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena, Western United States premium roller sports competition facility. Roller Planet presents the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships. Coming at you today, we have all the races in our relay individual age group inline competitions, some fast finishes, all the best skaters teaming up to get around the big oval here inside the Xfinity Arena as fast as they possibly can. Things going to kick off in just a moment. We have a few divisions with qualifying heats throughout the day, but mostly it is finals, all day long, starting in just a few moments. The Team Illini team from Danville, Illinois, always represents themselves well in these relays. The hometown Stallions looking to put some points on the board in the team competition with these relays as well. A few different varieties of relay coming at you here today. 2 and 3 person teams. There are 2 girl, 2 boy, and then 2 mixed, as well as 3 female, 3 male, and then of course the 3 mixed relays as well. So we look forward to getting started there. So the officials putting the finishing touches on their preparations for the day. A bright and early start here in Colorado Springs, and we thank you for joining us live around the world from Milwaukee to Myanmar on rollerplanet.net. And you can see the crowd up early, coffee in hand, ready to get things started here. The first event of the day is going to be the 13 to 16-year-old 2-lady inline. That race is a 3,000-meter race. And you see there, that is the purple helmet cover of Badger State Racing. They are going to be competing in heat number 2. Audrey and Ellie Dellinger going to race together. Also sitting over there is the green helmet of, I believe that is Lainey Jackson. She's going to be teamed up with Abriana Ferreira from Team Illini. They are also set to compete in heat number 2. So before we get to those ladies, we are going to have heat number 1, and that is going to feature a Bell Speed Club team in red, Kendra Bingela and Elena Cates. Pink helmets on the heads of Infinity Racing's Minley Crawford and Sage Meek. So that's a very good team. We saw those ladies compete well in their individual events yesterday. Team Illini in the orange, another Team Illini squad of Lauren McMahon and Veyana Quijano. And then a green helmet for Jada Parker and Mackenzie Robinson racing for Team United. So that is heat number 1. They are getting ready to go here this morning. A crisp, clear morning in Colorado Springs, and inline racing action coming at you here in just a moment. So of course we've seen all of these racers before in the individuals. The relay is a little bit different. Each skater will skate 2 laps in competition, then they will do a handoff. It's called a push pass, so they'll actually be able to shove their teammate in the back, transferring as much momentum as they can through the transition zone that you see. It's over there on that far side. Then the skater that just left the track will have to come around. They have a specific place where they cross the track and get in through the transition zone so they can start to match speed with their teammate on the second competitive lap that the other skater skates. It's quite a spectacle to see, a lot of moving parts and action going on in these relays, and of course there are also much longer races since the work is divided up among a team. And here, as I've mentioned, the 13 to 16-year-old ladies are racing a 3-kilometer contest, 3,000 meters for the ladies that you see over there. So once again, we see over there, waiting to get this first relay underway, the red helmets of Kendra Bengela and Elena Cates representing Bell's Speed Club. Bell's Speed Club hailing from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Binley Crawford and Sage Meek are wearing the pink helmets representing Infinity Racing out of Springfield, Missouri. Lauren McMahon and Veyana Quijano in the orange helmets for Team Illini. A very big team that always does well in the relays. Team Illini out of Danville, Illinois. And the last team, but certainly not least here in heat number 1, is Jada Parker and Mackenzie Robinson from Team United. Still waiting to get started here, not entirely sure what the holdup is. Even if we look over at the north end of the track, you'll see the officials are putting in some tape down to establish a coaching area. That seems to be the last touch that they're working on here this morning. And that process seems just about complete. And of course, if you missed any of the individual races the last 2 days, the Rookie Challenge came at you on Wednesday. The inline age group races were yesterday, some fantastic finishes, good competition there. If you missed any of it, all of that is available at rollerplanet.net. Just log into your account, click on the sports tab, and you'll see the last 2 days of racing right at the top of the list. You can catch up on any of the action you've missed from here at the American Championships, or if you did watch it live with us yesterday but just want to take another look at some of those close finishes that we had throughout the day, you can do so at rollerplanet.net, video on demand. Also want to, of course, remind you once again, the Xfinity Race of Champions, the main event of the American Championships, comes to you Saturday evening. The top 15 racers, both men and women, are going to be competing in that one. We are awaiting the official list of the qualifiers. As soon as we have that available, we will pass that information on to you so you know exactly who you're going to get to see there in that main event. So we look forward to bringing you that information, and things continue to stall here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena. We're going to take a short break, and we will run these first 2 relay races as soon as the officials are ready. Stay tuned on Roller Planet.
Nick's got a question.
I'll just sit over here. Wow, they're still making changes. Might as well just wait. That's it. Our Chiefs disappeared. I don't know where Al went. Is he here? Al, there he is. He was blending in.
All right. Gotcha.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see we are ready to go. We did receive some confirmation while we were away. There's a late scratch in heat number 2, so there was discussion amongst the meet officials as to whether or not the heats were going to be necessary or if they would be able to run a final of 7 teams. It was determined that we do need to run the heats. Only the top 6 of these 7 teams will advance, and it's going to be the top 6 times, well, the heat winners and then the next 4 top times. So we look to see at least 2, 3, and conceivably even all 4 of these teams here in heat number 1 could find themselves racing later on in the day in the final. Once again, in the orange helmets, it's Team Illini with McMahon and Quijano. The green helmets, Jada Parker and Mackenzie Robinson for Team United. And they are underway. The pink helmets are the Minley Crawford and Sage Meek for Infinity Racing, who lead things off here on lap number 1. That is Meek starting things off for Infinity Racing. And then Bell's Speed Club in the red, Kendra Bingela and Elena Cates. Here we come to the very first handoff. And you can see the push passes there, transfer as much momentum as possible. Meek passing things off to the much bigger Minley Crawford, so a tough task there for Sage Meek, transferring that momentum to Crawford. But they maintain the lead. It is Infinity Racing in front, Team United and Bell's Speed Club very close together. Now Mackenzie Robinson closing the gap on Sage Meek. And you have made contact, has Robinson on Meek, so it is Infinity and Team United running 1 and 2. Infinity Racing still leading the way. Bell Speed Club running in 3rd, trying to keep the feet moving to put up a good time and give themselves a good shot to get into this final. We are nearing the 10-lap gone mark here, as it is still Infinity and Team United running a very tight 1-2, distancing themselves from Bell Speed Club in 3rd position, and Team Illini out there as well. And you see concurrent push passes between the racers there, Infinity and United, as they overtake. And so that is going to do it. The other thing about these long races is once a team is lapped and removed from contention to advance, the race can be blown dead. So there's no reason to continue the race. That is done partly because of how dangerous it can be with all those extra skaters on the floor. So Team United coming in 2nd in that one. And we could look at the total time, but it wouldn't really matter much. No one finishing the race. But it is going to be Infinity Racing, Team United, and Bell's Speed Club advancing through to the final here in this one. So heat number 2 now. We do see in the green helmets are the Illini team of Aubriana Ferreira and Lainey Jackson. Purple helmets of Badger State Racing, the Dellingers, Audrey and Ellie. And a Wolverines duo of Grace Meyer and Grace Steckedy. So 2 Graces gracing the floor for the Wolverines, the team from Grandville, Michigan. They are wearing blue helmets. Racers on the mark, and heat 2 underway here in the 13 to 16 ladies inline. Nice tight group here. It's the Wolverines moving into 1st, trailed closely by Team Illini and Badger State Racing. You see now the teammates working slowly at first, then matching speed into the transition zone, receiving the push pass. And a good one from the Wolverines, Grace and Grace, stretching the lead out a little bit. So see everyone coming to a close there. The officials still working through the need for the qualifying heats in general. So a bit of a confusing start to the day here, but we have gotten through our 13 to 16-year-old qualifying heats, and now we are going to start our finals program. Looks like we're going to have a short warm-up for our youngest competitors. So we're going to step aside briefly here, and we will bring you the 5 to 9-year-old 2-girl 1,200 meter inline relay final when we come back. And welcome back as we are set to return to the action here, the first of our finals. So the hardware going to be on the line in this one, 5 to 9-year-old 2 girls 1,200 meter inline final. Coming at you in the red helmets, it's Alexandria and Anastasia Chesney of the Owasso Flyers. They are, as I mentioned, in the red helmets. The Stallions team of Zoe Rivera and Janaea Washington, they're in the pink. And Hope and Maya Stekedy representing the Wolverines, they're in the orange helmet covers. So 3 teams, 12 laps. We are on the line. And quickly to the front go the Wolverines. The Wolverines and the Stallions running 1 and 2. Owasso Flyers slow off the line. The Chesney girls out here competing for the Sooner State. So here go, head towards our first handoff. The Stallions making the pass. Wolverines, and we've got some trouble back there for the Wolverines on the pass. The Stallions, though, moving right along. So Zoe Rivera and Janaea Washington in control of this one now. Hope Steketty rather, she's by far the youngest competitor here in this one. And so an uphill battle for the Wolverines as the Stallions move into their second pass. So Washington on the track once again. They are moving right along. Of course, if they lap the competition, then they will be eliminated. So there you see it. The Stallions overtake the Wolverines, so their day is done. The Wolverines coming in third place in this one. They're going to collect a bronze medal for the effort. And the Stallions now out there with the Owasso Flyers. The Wolverines still closing, still out there. But they have been blown, the whistle has been blown, they've been eliminated. But they're just gonna get these reps in. And we see the Stallions leading the way once again, continuing to do so, moving into another pass. 4 laps to go here. That's Rivera and Washington cruising to gold here in our first final competition of the day. This is the last trip around for Washington. And here's the final pass for the Stallions. An easy victory for the hometown Colorado Stallions racers. 1 lap to go. The bell for the Stallions. You see also the Owasso Flyers are on their final pass. So here come the Stallions. The Stallions are on the checkered flag. The Owasso Flyers skater still has 1 more loop. But the Stallions are done. The Flyers need to finish up. And they do so, and the Wolverines, in spite of being lapped and eliminated, they stayed on the track, getting some reps for the young ladies there, working on the mechanics of the relay. They are going to come through the line and finish up as well. So a bronze medal for the Wolverines. So the Stallions get the win. And the ladies will clear the floor, and our 5 to 9-year-old boys inline relay 1200 meter finalists will step out onto the track. 3 teams going to contest this one as well. We have Smoky Mountain team in purple, Darren McDonald and Lucas Teague. As you see, our victorious Stallions making their way off the floor, and Team United is going to run a team of Luca DeFalco, and Bo Riff in yellow. The Stallions team of Brantley Berg and Jackson Cedillo in green. And it looks like the Stallions have fielded an additional team. So there is a Stallions team out there in blue. So our teams continue to mill around here. Have added blue helmet covered team of a second Stallion squad. See how that affects this final. Again, in blue, it is the second Stallions team. In green, it is the first Stallions team of Brentley Berg Fudge and Jackson Cedillo. Team United in the yellow helmet covers Luca DeFalco and Bo Riff. And then in purple, it is the Smoky Mountain team of Darren McDonald and Lucas Teague. So the starters now heading over to the line. Always an adventure for some of these youngest skaters, many of whom have not competed in a relay in competition before, making sure that they understand exactly what it is they have to do in order to make sure they don't get disqualified. There's very specific places where they can enter the cool down area in between laps. Similarly, very specific place where they can re-enter the track. The transition area is specified for the pass, and all of that information has to be processed here by these young 5 to 9 year olds for the first time here on a big stage at the 2022 American Roller Speed Skating Championships. And all of that now seems to have been taken care of. And starters, you can see the stars on the helmets for the starters of each team.
Coaches, can you see that?
So now skaters take their marks. And we have a clean start here, a 5 to 9, two boys inline, 1,200 meter race. Quickly to the front, the Green Stallions team of Berg Fudge and Cedillo, trailed closely by DeFalco and Bo Riff. Now there goes Riff, or DeFalco rather, but the Team United team nonetheless taking the lead as they come around for their first pass. And struggle for both teams there. United just barely able to tap and get the pass. And the Stallions had the opposite problem where the skater overshot his teammate. I believe that is Cedillo on the floor for the Stallions. The Blue Stallions team running in fourth. Smoky Mountain holding on to third position as we come into our second pass. So 4 laps gone here. Much better transitions there for our two lead teams, United and the Stallions, running 1 and 2. This one's shaping up for a fantastic finish as we near the halfway point. On this next pass, it will be the halfway mark between the Stallions and Team United. United, much better transition there for Team United than the Stallions, and you can see how it manifested directly into a much bigger lead. 5 laps to go. Team United now in control, so the Stallions gonna have to clean up these last couple of passes if they want to close this gap. And a much better one there. And here we go, Brentley Berg Fudge has completely closed the gap down, made contact. Here we go. Final lap for these two skaters. They're gonna hand it off to their teammates for the finish. And United back out in front, and another rough pass. Berg Fudge trying to transfer momentum to Cedillo. Much more effectively done by the United team. And so Team United at the bell. United cruising, looking to avoid any kind of slip up here. And it is going to be Team United, one turn to go. And there is Team United at the checkered flag. Stallions green going to grab silver. And the Smoky Mountain squad takes third. So congratulations to Luca DeFalco and Bo Riff as they take home the gold for the Team United squad out of Wichita, Kansas. As our racers come back together, and hand back in the helmet covers. Some congratulations from the officials on a well-run race. And up next, as the gentlemen leave the floor, our 10 to 12-year-old girls inline 2,000-meter race is going to come out here. We've got in the red helmet covers an Infinity Racing team of Brooklyn Duray and Filan Janjovic. A Stallions team in pink featuring Kalina Elliott and Avery Freeman. Team Illini represented by Alexis Turlow and Aubriana Kirk in the orange helmets. Team United in green, Clover Fazzini and Lainey Stevens. And three Texas Speed Club teams in the blue. We have Diana Ganasan Rajaram and Cam Wilson. In the yellow helmets, closest to the camera position, Alexis Offner and Penelope Viviano. And the third Texas Speed Club gets the purple helmet covers to match those purple uniforms. We do not have names for that final Texas Speed Club team. So heavy representation for Texas Speed, the Austin-based speed team looking to keep Austin fast here today in our relay competition. Step up in distance here to 20 laps. So 10 two-lap shifts for each skater. The 10 to 12-year-old two girls inline 2,000-meter record is held by Alicia McBride and Piper Leisure. They were racing for Bell Speed Club and just last year set the mark all-time of 3:31.996. So that is the mark to beat for these 7 teams. So maximum number of teams going to be on the course here in this one, and we'll have to see how it shakes out. Certainly Brooklyn Duray and Filan Janjovic for Infinity Racing both skated very well in their individual events yesterday. The Turlow and Kirk team for Team Illini also skated very well in the individuals. Clover Fazzini found herself on the podium yesterday. She's racing with Lainey Stevens. And Alexis Offner partnered with Penelope Viviano for the yellow helmeted Texas Speed Club team. Has some speed as well. If you did miss any of that previous action from yesterday or back on Wednesday in the Rookie Challenge, you can catch up anytime that's convenient for you. Log into your Roller Planet account, click on the Sports tab, and the video on demand of all of our coverage thus far of the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships, sponsored by Xfinity, is there for you to enjoy at your leisure. And of course, today's racing will be available on demand starting tomorrow as well. Want to make sure that you don't miss any of the action here from Colorado Springs on Roller Planet. You can view it, you can review it, slow it down, roll it back, take your time, and enjoy all of the fantastic racing that we have had here so far this week. Again, in red is Infinity Racing, pink is the Stallions team, orange Team Illini as we get set to hear the gun. Green is Team United, and blue, yellow, and purple are all Texas Speed Club competitors. First off the line, it is that Infinity Racing team of Janjovic and DeRay. I do believe that is Janjovic who started things off for Infinity Racing. Here we go to the first pass. Well done there for Infinity Racing. Team United not nearly as successful on the pass. They fall back still in second, but now in a tight one with the purple helmeted Texas Speed team. So Infinity Racing in control of this one. Texas Speed in purple has now moved into second place. And Team United's second handoff much better than the first. They're still running in third. The yellow helmets of Offner and Viviano, the second Texas Speed team on the track, running in fourth, trying to catch up to the two teams battling ahead of them. But Infinity Racing, right from the start, they have gone out fast. They've kept the pace high, building their lead. It's up to almost just over 3.5 seconds as Janjovic and DeRay taking no prisoners here on a Friday morning. The battle for second has also spread out now as the purple Texas Speed Club team has left Team United behind. So 1, 2, 3, and there we see a disaster for the Team Illini squad of Turlo and Kirk. They crash, trying to slow down. You got to get those handoffs in during the stretch there on the far side of the floor. And if you don't get it in before the cone, you're disqualified. So sometimes you have to go ahead and just fall down like that to try to stay in the race. As Team Illini struggling there, but Infinity Racing not struggling as they are in control of this one. The purple Texas Speed Club team still running in second. The gap between second and third even bigger than the gap between first and second. So it's been all DeRay and Janjovic here in this one. 6 laps to go for the leaders. And Janjovic and DeRay coasting, now starting to overtake the back of the field. So Team Illini and the Stallions there getting lapped out, and Infinity continuing to push forward, and now Texas Speed Yellow getting overtaken by this very strong Infinity Racing team, DeRay and Janjovic. The final pass for the leaders. Cruising to the win, Infinity Racing, Texas Speed, purple. Still running about 3 seconds back. Bell lap for Infinity. Final turn. And there's the flag, the big win for Infinity Racing. They take gold. And then Texas Speed purple finishing in second. And it's Texas Speed blue, Ganasan Rajaram and Cam Wilson gonna grab third. So second and third and fourth for Texas Speed. So a very good showing for the purple-clad participants from Austin, Texas. So there you have it. Final time for Infinity Racing was 3:47.346, so well off the record pace of McBride and Leisure. Up next are going to be our 10 to 12-year-old two boys inline 2,000 meter race, as our girls are still waiting to be released. Losing the helmet covers, turning those back in. Those helmet covers just keep moving throughout the day from one helmet to the next. And the officials also conferring there in the middle of the floor. So if there is any breaking news, we'll bring it to you as soon as we have it. But now coming onto the floor, our 10 to 12-year-old boys. The record in this event held by Todd Crawford Jr. and Grayson Losey, skating for the Stallions last year. It was 3:29.491. The girls finally make their way off the floor. The boys filing in to register. We're going to have the red helmets. Infinity Racing, Todd Crawford Jr. now racing for Infinity. He's partnered with Christian Allenbaugh. There's a Phantom Racing squad in the pink helmet covers. Gage Butler and Gianni Ray. Team Illini duo of Sean Cook and Bryson Wallace skating under the orange helmets. And a Rollerdrome Rampage team featuring Xavier Cosme and Vaden Skogrand. They are going to be skating in the green. So that's all being handled. And moving forward with our relays here. Teams have split up now. Starters to the line. Second skaters still here on the near side zone. So we are receiving word now the blue Texas Speed Club in the previous race was disqualified for impediment. So that means that their teammates in yellow move up into third position and take the bronze medal there in the 10 to 12-year-old two girls 2,000 meter relay. But we are just about set to go here in our 10 to 12 two boys in line. Again, it's Infinity Racing in red, Phantom Racing in pink, Team Illini in orange, and Rollerdrome Rampage Racing in green. Teams have split up, starters to the line. And the extended conference continues with the officials there in the middle of the floor. We're going to step aside until they are ready to go, and we'll be bringing you this 2,000 meter two boys relay in just a moment on Roller Planet. And we are ready to go here, the 10 to 12-year-old boys. A lot of shuffling around of competitors, some combining of teams, so taking the extra step are the race officials. And immediately we have a false start on both Team Illini and Phantom Racing. So they actually left so early, it's not even going to be ruled an official false start, but we are going to reset. And here we go. Quick off the line was Infinity Racing, but right there as well, the green of Rollerdrome Rampage. So Rollerdrome Rampage, Skogrand building up a big lead. He's going to pass things over to Cosme. So Skogrand and Cosme in front at the first pass. Infinity and Illini closely bunched together, running 2 and 3, but Rollerdrome Rampage in the green, leading the way. More good handoffs from all three of our leaders. So Rollerdrome Rampage still in front. Illini has now taken over second place from Infinity Racing, but they are still locked in a tight one for second. And it is all Rampage out in front. As they continue to dominate, Crawford has moved into second for Infinity, but still a long way to go to compete for the win. But the gap closing down a little bit here. We're just about to the midway point of this race. The next handoff will be 10 laps complete. So Illini has moved into second. The Phantom Racing team gonna move up out of the way. So the pink helmet's not in contention here. Rampage running in first, Illini second, Infinity Racing third. So the battle for second now starting to spread out as Sean Cook and Bryson Wallace get some distance between Crawford and Allenbaugh. But Allenbaugh looking to make some of that up here on this one, and out in front from the beginning has been Cosme and Skogrand for the Rampage. Cosme, of course, a CW speed skater, so those two coming together to form a relay race squad here on Relay Friday at the American Championships. And Cosme may have taken his foot off the gas a little too early. Illini still battling, trying to close the gap. I believe that's Bryson Wallace who put in a very good turn. And they are still running second behind the Rampage team of Skogrand and Cosme. Coming into the final handoff, Rollerdrome still in the lead. Lead not nearly as big as it once was, but a terrible pass for the Illini on the final transition, and that is probably going to do it for their hopes of victory as Cosme is at the bell. Team Illini now in trouble. Crawford surging late, trying to come in second. There goes Crawford as Cosme comes across the line. Todd Crawford on the final turn. Low into the splits goes Crawford as Cosme gets the win for Rollerdrome Rampage, and a massive final leg for Todd Crawford, and Infinity Racing grabs second place behind Rollerdrome, and Team Illini on the podium as well, finishing in third. And that Rollerdrome Rampage team, actually all three of our podium teams came in under the previous American Championships record. So the new record now held by Rollerdrome Rampage is 3:26.910. So Cosme and Skogrand in the record books. Up next is going to be our 13 to 16-year-old men. And actually, it is going to be the women. So the 13 to 16-year-old ladies final. Back to a 3,000-meter race. So in the orange helmets, you have that Team Illini squad of Ferreira and Jackson. In pink, we have Infinity Racing, Crawford and Meek, who got the win in heat number 1. In red is Bell's Speed Club. In blue, the Wolverines. In purple, Badger State Racing. And in green, Team United. So it is the red of Bell's Speed Club, Kendra Bengela, Elena Cates. Pink, Infinity Racing's Minley Crawford and Sage Meek. Green, Team United's Jada Parker and Mackenzie Robinson. Purple, the Dellingers, Audrey and Ellie of Badger State Racing. And green is Team Illini. Excuse me, it's orange. Team Illini moving to the orange helmet covers. Ferreira and Jackson. And blue is Grace Meyer and Grace Steckedy, representing the Wolverines out of Grandville, Michigan. Just a reminder, there was a late scratch of a team in the qualifying heat. So heat 1 ran about half the distance before the last team on the track was lapped and eliminated from contention. And then, of course, heat number 2, which only had 3 teams in it, all 3 of them had to race just the 2 laps, make a pass in order to qualify through to the finals. And those 6 successful teams are who you see before you. Keeping the legs loose, some dancing over there, why not? It's a beautiful Friday, we're skating relays. Just waiting on the officials now. See the official give the signal to separate the starters. From the second skaters. And the officials have turned these contestants loose to roll around, and we're going to turn you loose to go warm up that cup of coffee. Be right back, because the inline 2 lady 13 to 16-year-old 3,000-meter final is coming up next on Roller. And welcome back. Once again, our starters are at the line. Their teammates are in the box. And our 13 to 16-year-old to a lady 3,000 meter final ready to go. Quick reminder, the red helmets are Bell's Speed Club. The pink is Infinity Racing. The green is Team United. Purple is Badger State Racing. Orange is Team Illini. And the blue helmets are the Wolverines. And we are underway. And the Wolverines making the first attack here right off the line. They are pursued by Team United. So Wolverines, then United, then Illini, running 1, 2, 3. Looking for a good pass. Infinity Racing moving into contact with that front group. Badger State running just behind in fifth. The Wolverines now with a bit of separation on its Illini now in second. You see there too goes Infinity up into third. So Wolverines, Illini, Infinity Racing. And now Illini makes the move into first, so a nifty pass there. I think that's Jackson. And the Wolverines first to fourth there through that stretch. And Infinity Racing has worked their way all the way to the front. So Meek and Crawford now running in first position. Ferreira and Jackson running in second. And the Team United duo of Jada Parker and Mackenzie Robinson holding down the final podium spot. The group starting to stretch out a little bit now here. Coming into the zone, and some good passes again for all three of our leaders. Infinity Racing now, that is Bell's Speed Club giving way to the leaders, and here goes Mackenzie Robinson stepping inside of the Illini skater Jackson. So now Infinity and United, and great pass for Team United. Mackenzie Robinson giving all of her momentum to Jada Parker. So Parker now running in first. Crawford looking for room to get around Infinity Racing in second, and the Illini squad in third. Our top three have separated themselves from the rest. The Wolverines with a fast start. They're now back in fifth. And there goes Robinson back into first. Simultaneous handoffs there for United and Infinity. And now Mackenzie Robinson cranking things up. Back and forth they go. The top two now have left Illini behind. It is United and Infinity. Bell's Speed Club you see there still on the course, but they are out of contention. And here goes Minley Crawford. Crawford now in front with the pass on Parker. And here is the pass. Right around the halfway point in this one is the Wolverines now move aside for the leaders as Robinson tucked in right behind Meek. Here goes the pass. So two good passes, and Crawford still in front for Infinity. Infinity chased by United. The two leaders separating themselves from the pack just a few laps ago. Illini running in third. Infinity and United. 10 laps to go. As Robinson looking for room. Tucked in right behind Sage Meek for Infinity. And again with the simultaneous handoff, United getting the better of that one as it's Parker now in front, Crawford in pursuit. And it's Badger State Racing has now moved themselves up into third position as Crawford makes the pass into first. So Badger State going to be heard from here. And Badger State right there. Badger State with a big comeback, running well off the pace for the first 2/3 of the contest, and now here they go. Badger State racing into first place, the Dellingers. Robinson taking it right back. We've got 3 teams in contention here for the podium. United out in front off an excellent handoff. The Badger State racing in second. Infinity racing, looking tired. Vinley Crawford almost puts herself into the wall. A nice save there, but she's got to get that momentum back as quick as she can. United and Badger State. And now Sage Meek right in behind Dellinger. Infinity trying to move back into second place. Not going to do it on that lap. Robinson leads at the bell. United leading the way. Mackenzie Robinson. Final turn. Dellinger in second, trying to hold off Meek. Meek gets through. Dellinger and Meek go down. And Mackenzie Robinson, hands raised in victory. Team United. That was a fantastic job. They are going to get the win for Team United. Infinity Racing and Badger State Racing locked in combat. Let's take another look at the entanglement that those two teams faced. So didn't have the look there. Sorry about that. We'll try to get it to you here when we get a moment. But it was Infinity Racing Sage Meek who hopped up the quickest and got herself across the line as Bell Speed Club finishing up the race there. 5:17.341, the final time for Team United. And that is going to be good for a new American Championships record. Team United, a fantastic finish for Mackenzie Robinson and Jada Parker. And then the action between Infinity Racing and Badger State coming in 2 and 3 respectively. We will see if there is any kind of an official call as a result of that contact. If there is any change to the standings, we will let you know as soon as we are able. And we're going to step aside as our 13 to 16-year-olds and 17 and up divisions take a short warm-up. More exciting relay action coming to you here on Roller Planet as the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships continue. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Roller Planet's continuing coverage of the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships live around the world on rollerplanet.net from North Carolina to Nepal. Bringing you all the fast-paced action here from the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena in Olympic City, USA. Our 13 to 16-year-old two-man 3,000-meter relay is up next. We've got Infinity Racing in purple. It's Peter Gale and Jaden Roberts. A Stallions team in yellow, Grayson Losey and Jesse Smith. The second Stallions team is wearing green, Braden Bennett and Jake Taylor. Team Illini under the orange helmets, it's Luke Armstrong and Donathan Dietrich. The Team United squad in red of Ashton Hale and Caden Haynes. And a blue helmeted Texas Speed Club group, Amir Dadashazar and Hunter Wright. Racers have come to the line, and we've got a false start there on our first attempt. The record for this event set just last year, 5 minutes, 1 second, .252. Jaden Coleman and Miles Mead skating for Skater's Choice as the false start card goes to the Illini team in orange. So we'll give this another shot. 30 laps, 15 for each of our competitors. And we're gonna have a false start on the inside, that time easy to tell. That's Braden Bennett, false starting for the green helmeted Stallions team. And you see there's the yellow card, so third time, hopefully the charm here will be able to get a clean start. in this 13 to 16-year-old 3,000 meter two-man relay. And indeed we do, and quickly to the front goes Team United in red. I do believe that's Ashton Hale. Out in front, the purple Infinity Racing team of Gale and Roberts running in second, and then it's the two Stallions, yellow running in third, green in fourth, Texas Speed running in fifth, and Illini back there in sixth position. It was a tight group at the first pass, but now United and Infinity pulling away. The Yellow Stallions team out by themselves in third, and then the last three teams grouped together still, but it is United and Infinity once again leading the way. As we saw in our ladies race, it was these two teams out in front for most of the contest. Of course, Badger State Racing got involved late there in the ladies race. Here, though, it looks like it's going to be United and Infinity all the way. Jaden Roberts and Caden Haynes going head-to-head. And on the flip side, it is Peter Gale and Ashton Hale. And it is Hale pursued by Gale on the floor as we speak. A third of the way gone, 20 laps to go. A very fast pace being set by the leaders. Very little separation between Infinity and United. United has the best of it so far. Both matchups are really tight as well. Sometimes you see in these relay competitions a mismatch where the faster skater for one team will be matched up against a much slower skater for the other, and they kind of yo-yo back and forth. But here it has been a very tight contest, but now at lap number 16, Team United asserting themselves. That was Ashton Hale who opened up the gap. Roberts now for Infinity with some work to do to try to catch up to Caden Haynes. So Haynes out in front for Team United. Coming into another handoff. And Team United has done nothing but extend their lead through the middle portion of this race. 2 laps left in the middle third. And there goes Caden Haynes on the track now. And both Team United skaters doing their part in building this lead. As you see now, that yellow helmeted Stallions team is actually running in third. That's how quick this Team United duo is moving. They have gained a lap on even the third place team. So Team United coming around again. They are cruising to victory, picking up more and more ground. Infinity Racing now just finishing that handoff, so a full half lap behind. At the last time check, they were nearly 5 seconds off the pace. Was Infinity Racing behind these two gentlemen there from Team United, Ashton Hale and Caden Haynes. Hale and Haynes with 4 laps left to go. So the final couple of laps for Caden Haynes. As Team United dominating this competition. Infinity stuck with them for about the first 10 laps. And then Hale and Haynes hit the gas and took off. And Ashton Hale is on his final lap. They're looking for the record here. 5 minutes, 1 second and change. the current record as Hale crosses the line, and he has crossed the line in 4:55.697. So that is a new American Championships record for the Team United squad of Hale and Haynes. Infinity Racing coming across in second as the Team Illini skater takes a tumble trying to finish up the race, but the Stallions yellow took third. As you see, there's Texas Speed, Stallions green finishing up the race, and now the Illini team that took the hard fall there finishing up as well. So another championship record goes down here early on Relay Friday in the 13 to 16-year-old two-man 3,000 meter race. So those skaters waiting to be released by the officials. And we will turn our attention to the 17 and up lady 3,000 meter race. And it is all Illini in this one. 3 teams representing the group from Danville, Illinois, as they come onto the floor in red. It's Jasmine Foster and Jalen Godin. In orange, Hannah Porto and Caitlin Smith. And in pink, it is Amy Bolin and Paige Patrick. So Paige Patrick, who skated for Team Anabolics from Indianapolis, Indiana in the individual races, has joined up with Amy Bolin to form a third Illini team. And you got to think that red team of Foster and Godin, those are 2 teammates who have been on the podium of the Race of Champions in previous years. They are definitely the team to beat here in this one. Porto and Smith and Bolin have also all participated in the Race of Champions, so some good talent out there on the track as these 3 teams waiting to be fully registered and set up with the timing system. I'm sure the officials know who's who. The record in this one held by Kelsey Rogers and Kaylee Repke from Team Fast Forward. That record established last year. 5:13.712. The record in that one. And with so many ladies out there that we're going to have a chance to see on Saturday night, I want to remind you once again, be sure, wherever you are, laptop, tablet, smartphone, tune in here on Roller Planet, 6 o'clock Mountain Time approximately, when coverage will start of the Xfinity Race of Champions. See the 15 fastest men and women of the championship go head-to-head in 3 races. 300-meter sprint, a 1,000-meter middle distance race, and of course, the big one, a spectacle unlike any other, the 5,000-meter elimination race. But here today, right now, coming at you at the line, our 3,000-meter 17 and above ladies relay. All Illini in this one. Red out in front, orange then pink. So it's Jalen Godin who gets things started for the red team. Now here we go. It's going to be a packed transition, and Godin, nice transfer over to Foster. Foster leads the way for the red team. Pink starting to fall off the pace now. As you saw, after the pass, the skaters have a lap to work their way back into the box and around into the transition zone to get pushed back into the contest by their teammate. So it is still Godin leading the way. The orange team, I believe that's Smith, who is matched up with Godin, leaving Hannah Porto the Herculean task of sticking with Jasmine Foster. So far, so good. Only 7 laps gone in this one. Foster now starting to spread it out a little bit on Porto. Would expect to see that all the way through. Godin and Foster. Definitely the fastest 2 individuals in the race teaming up. See if they're going to make a run at this record set last year, 5:13.712. We're just past the 1/3 mark, 12 laps gone, and Godin and Foster have led from the start. They continue to lead, but the orange team of Porto and Smith hanging tough. You see there the pink team of Bolin and Patrick has fallen off the pace. And Foster using that leg to build a bit of a lead, and not a very good pass for the orange team. Very little transfer of momentum from Porto to Smith, and Godin takes advantage, building on the lead as she prepares to hand things back to Jasmine Foster. 12 laps to go. So the race now is between Godin and Foster and Rogers and Repke. The record of 5:13. We're over 2/3 of the way through this one. At the last time check, Illini at 3:53. So they have about 70 seconds to run their last 8 laps. And see if they can push themselves to get done that fast. Hard sometimes to stay motivated with such a big lead on the track. Foster and Godin with 6 to go. Still with about 45 seconds of cushion on the record. Now at time of 4:50.9 with 4 to go. So they would have to really push to set the record. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. They are just cruising along here, getting some laps under their legs. Preparation for the race of champions. Foster, of course, the odds-on favorite in that competition, and she teamed up with one of her best competitors, Jalen Godin, the two of them at the bell for Godin. Final lap coming around here for this red helmeted team. And there she goes. So the red team gets this one. The orange team's going to come in second, about 5.5 seconds back. And the pink Illini team still out on the course. A couple of circuits left. I think this is the final lap now for Amy Bolin and Paige Patrick teaming up with her. And there is the final checkered flag. So 1, 2, 3 for Team Illini. Foster and Godin handling business in that one as you expected they would. Not getting the record, but they do claim the gold. So as our ladies leave the track, turn our attention to the 17 and above two-man 3,000 meter inline race. 3 teams in this one. Ethan Dunham teaming up with Justin Stelly in the purple helmets for Team Illini. Martin Klopp and William Zandler. So the rookie Martin Klopp, we're still waiting the final official list of qualifiers for the Race of Champions, but Martin Klopp certainly in the hunt for that, going from Rookie Challenge to Race of Champions here this week. And he is going to team up with William Zandler for the Hometown Stallions and see if they can bring home some hardware here in this 3,000 meter relay. Third team out there, they're wearing the orange helmets. It's another Team Illini squad of Skylar Alton and Tony Brown. So 2 Illini and a Stallions team. Again, it's Dunham and Stelly in purple, Klopp and Zandler in green, Alton and Brown in orange. So the officials have separated the skaters. Starters on the line, second racers in the box. And starter's gun is raised. We are ready to go. 30 laps. And a very fast start for Klopp, getting out in front for the Stallions. So Martin Klopp putting his best foot forward here in the first leg of this relay. And this Stallions team has come here to win in the early going. 2 Illini teams need to respond. Here's purple. That's Dunham and Stelly. Dunham on the floor now, and Dunham quickly chews up the deficit that Klopp put out with the very sprint-like start. So a long way to go here for these Stallions as the purple Team Illini, after 4 laps, has taken the lead. Justin Stelly on the floor out in front, and here goes Klopp. So Klopp is going to put some pressure on Stelly, and there goes Stelly. Woo, very close, but he did step around to the inside. Now Zandler left to deal with Dunham. So Klopp going very hard in his first 2 legs. This is a long race. You know, we've mentioned Martin Klopp competed in the Rookie Challenge. We'll see how he does here in these races. These first 2 legs have been very fast. He's got a lot of laps left to go. And once again, Klopp putting the pressure on Justin Stelly. And again, right in front of our camera, Stelly with the nifty footwork, stepping right around Klopp. Klopp, though, on the turn, giving as good as he gets. So Martin Klopp with something to prove out here against the Race of Champions veteran Justin Stelly. And Dunham now cruising through his leg. Zandler tucked in right behind him. The other Illini team of Alton and Brown not that far off the pace, still on the lead lap with our leaders, as we see there. Another set of clean passes for the Stallions and the Illini purple. So Klopp now not quite as much fire in his step as he takes over, but now making the pass inside of Stelly, and very tightly placed push passes for both of these teams. They are right together. This one is shaping up to be a very entertaining finish. We're halfway through, and the Stallions and Team Illini, Martin Klopp making a statement out here on the track, as once again he passes Stelly. Stelly quickly gets back around, and the contact between those two has been increasing lap over lap. Klopp pushing the pace, and Justin Stelly almost seemed like he was annoyed there that time as he stepped closely through. So Zandler now with some time to make up on Ethan Dunham, and he is doing so nicely as Dunham cruising along. So once again, it's going to be Stelly and Klopp returning to the track right together. 10 laps to go. Stelly now showing the rookie what it's all about here in the final stages of this one. Final third of the race. Stelly passing to Dunham. And not a very good pass for the Stallions. Klopp and Zandler starting to show some fatigue. Put a lot of effort into that early statement, did this Stallions team, and it's coming back to haunt them now, as you see the purple Illini team has picked up nearly half a lap on the Stallions skaters. And this is going to be the final leg for Ethan Dunham. So Dunham will take the pass from Stelly. He's got 2 laps to go. He'll hand it back to Justin Stelly to finish things off. And 2/3 of the race fought well by the Stallions, but not enough in the tank for Klopp and Zandler to keep it close here at the end, as it is this Illini team you see here. Justin Stelly, one of the favorites heading into the race of champions. He's on his final lap. Klopp there with a lap left to go yet, as Stelly up easy across the line. And a victory for Team Illini purple. Stallions coming in second place, and the other Team Illini team of Alton and Brown comes in third. And well off the record pace for these championships were Stelly and Dunham. They made their point there in the later stages of the race. Laps about, I would say, 11 to, with 11 left to about 5 left is when they turned it on and left the Stallions behind after a very game effort in the early going from the Stallions team. So now on the track, our 35 and above 2-lady 2,000 meter relay field. Excuse me. In the yellow helmets, we have Stephanie Baker and Tiffany Schlomer for Derby City Speed. And then we have 2 Kentucky Speed teams, so 3 teams from the Bluegrass State. Brandy Aldrich and Robin Joins in the blue helmets. Kate Freetag skating under that Kentucky Speed banner with Jennifer Kirk. And then 2 Stallions teams rounding out the field, Jamie Smith and Sherry Rodaway in pink, Rachel Bryant and Katie Losey in the green. So Kentucky versus Colorado here in the 17 and above 35 and above 2 lady inline race. The record in this one, 4 minutes 5 seconds, .474. So we've seen a few of these skaters set records here this week. Schlomer posted an all-time mark in the 500 meter 30 and above age group race. Kate Freitag posted several records in the rookie challenge 30 and above division. We'll see what these 10 ladies have in store for us. The officials have separated the team starters at the line. Second skaters in the box. Looks like it's going to be Baker, Aldrich, Freitag, Rodaway, and Losey starting things off. And Schlomer with a very nice start. The Derby City Speed skater out in front. She's running in first. Freitag in second for Kentucky Speed Red, and that is Rodaway running in third for Stallions Pink. And there's the first set of push passes, and Derby City Speed continuing to build the lead. Baker and Schlomer had a lot of success so far this week, looking for more here in these relays. And Aldrich joins the blue Kentucky Speed team, giving up a lap to the leaders. That's Schlomer on the floor for Derby City in yellow. Six laps completed here, so Baker out there for her second run. Schlomer took the lead in the first leg, and Derby City has not looked back. The race for second, a little bit more competitive, although the pink helmeted Stallions have put about 3/4 of a second between them and the other Kentucky Speed team. And it looks like the green helmeted Stallions have been eliminated from the race, but this Derby City Speed team in control, over halfway gone. 2:10.953 the last time check. 4:05 the record, as they've now taken a lap on the Stallions Pink team. So that Stallions Pink team is running in third, and they are a lap back of the leaders. So it is the red Kentucky Speed squad of Freitag and Kirk that is running in second, not the Stallions. But it is all about this yellow helmeted squad. Stephanie Baker, Tiffany Schlomer for Derby City Speed have this one well in hand. 4 laps to go. So Schlomer on the track for the final time in this one. Tiffany Schlomer. And here they come around the final pass. Schlomer to Baker. And Baker on the track, 3:34 is the time with 2 laps to go. So 30 seconds for Baker to set the all-time mark. Final lap, she's still got about almost 20 seconds, so it looks like, barring disaster, we're going to have a new American Championships record as Baker does cross the line. There's the checkered flag, and it certainly is 3:58.152, so down under 4 minutes. The Derby City Speed team of Baker and Schlomer as they set an American Championships record. Kentucky Speed crossing the line in second. And the Stallions in pink crossing the line in 4:22.05. They will bring home a bronze medal. So congratulations to them. And it is the blue helmeted blue helmeted other Kentucky Speed team wrapping things up here as you take a look at our winners there, Schlomer and Baker. So congratulations once again to Stephanie Baker and Tiffany Schlomer. A gold medal and a record for those 2 ladies. So the Stallions green team was officially disqualified. So up next, as our 35 and above ladies leave the floor, we are going to step aside as the last 2 of our two-man and 2. So our 2-man 35 and above and our 2-man 50 and above teams are going to take a quick moment to get loose, and we will bring you their races right after this on Roller Planet.
that probably was. I wear a Walmart helmet. I tell you, the bond helmet, they look like zero cost made them. I asked Dylan last night, who's making the helmet? They got a bond emblem on it, but somebody else made it. Here, and it looks like my old Giro. Look at the pads inside. Well, I haven't seen a Giro helmet in forever. I just smoked. I was on a bike ride with a friend. I've ridden with for 3 years. 60 hours on a bike ride. Accidentally or? I don't even know what. We were on the street. We were in a pack of about
5. And welcome back in to the beautiful Xfinity Roller Sports Arena here as we wind down our 2-man relay program. 2 races left to go, the 35 and up and 50 and up. A big field here for 35 and up. In the orange helmets, you've got Christopher Onspach and Scott Poindexter racing for Derby City Speed as the skaters take their mark. The rest of the roster, Kentucky Speed in purple, a Stallions team in yellow, red, and green, and Star Skate Speed in the lead there in the blue helmets. So Star Skate Speed in blue, Jared Pierce and Ricky DeFalco. The purple helmets of Kentucky Speed, Ryan Hughes and Lenny Morgan now running in second, heading into the first pass. And an excellent push for Orange, Derby City Speed, Onspach and Poindexter, getting everything out of that one. They go from fourth to second on the handoff. Running it now just behind Star Skate Speed in blue. Now here's the move. I believe that's DeFalco making the move in purple. Ryan Hughes in purple for Kentucky Speed. Purple, Kentucky Speed now leads the way. Derby City Speed in second. Star Skate in third, and Stallions red. Brian Smith and Kevin Turnow trying to bridge the gap over to the three leaders. And big trouble there for Kentucky Speed. They were all out of position, and they are back into third, a distant third it is, back there with the Stallions red. And Derby City Speed, the beneficiary of that, they're now starting to open up a bit of a gap on Star Skate Speed. And Stallions green going to be waved up to the top of the course. Podoff and Cedillo racing together for that green-yellow team. Green Stallions team, yellow suffering the same fate for the Stallions. Josh Simus and Matt Bagnall teaming up in that one. But here the battle continues at the front, as it is Derby City and Star Skate. Over halfway through this one, and Kentucky Speed has simply never recovered from that shambolic pass that they had on, I believe it was the second transition, has put them back into a distant third as they had gone into that transition running in second. Now Star Skate, a nifty move there from the Star Skate Speed racer. He's got his partner in good position. So the blue helmets of Star Skate Speed now leading the way. 5 laps to go for our leaders, Star Skate and Derby City. Now Derby City, believe that is Christopher Onspach making the pass. Onspach passes it off to Poindexter. And Poindexter back in front, courtesy of Onspach, and holding on against the Star Skate pursuit. Pierce and DeFalco racing for Star Skate Speed. This is the final handoff, and Derby City, Onspach taking control here late as he accelerates past the bell. Final lap for Derby City Speed. And across the line they come, Derby City Speed. A good win there as they pull away from Star Skate Speed late. And a absolutely disastrous pass in the early stages by Kentucky Speed. If that had not happened, we might have had a very different finish, as those three were all locked in tight. So Kentucky Speed still gets third place behind Star Skate Speed second. And of course then Derby City coming in at 3:23.465, and that is a big improvement on the previous mark of 3:36. So Derby City Speed, Christopher Onspach and Scott Poindexter have posted a new American Championships record. Well, congratulations to both of them as they take home the gold, set a record. And you see them celebrating the record there in the box as they get prepared to leave the floor. And meanwhile, coming on to the racing surface, our 50 and above 2-man 2,000 meter inline. Relay competitors, 2 teams both representing Kentucky Speed in the red helmets. It's Jim Bourgeois and Nick Ciampa. And in the green, we have Joe Smith and Mark Thornton. So the 50 and above men there. Nick Ciampa, of course, led the way in the individual 50 and above category. And he's teamed up with Jim Bourgeois, who did the same in the 60 and above. So that's a pretty good team they've put together there in red. Mark Thornton also contesting the 60 and above category with Bourgeois, and Joe Smith, one of our officials for the individual races, putting his skates on and getting out there in the relay. As the starters and finishers have separated here. Starters at the line, finishers in the box. Just waiting for the final go-ahead from the officials. And off the line, our 50 and above teams, both from Kentucky Speed, are on the track. Bourgeois starting things off for red. Thornton right there with him in the green helmets. So 19 laps to go here in this one. And the first pass, Bourgeois to Ciampa, Thornton to Smith. And Ciampa, a little bit of a stumble there, keeps his feet. And red still in control here. That's our second pass. Just over a 2-second time gap. Red had over green at the last time check. And the lead continues to grow. Bourgeois back to Ciampa. And we're coming into the halfway point here as Ciampa hands it back to Bourgeois. Ciampa and Bourgeois in control. It'll be the halfway point after this. Ciampa going to pass things back off to Bourgeois. The two of them at 2:20 total time. The record in this event is 3:51.195. And with just 6 laps to go, Bourgeois and Ciampa have well over a minute to get through these 6 laps in order to best that mark. See if they can keep the pace up through these final laps in spite of holding the very big lead over Smith and Thornton in the green helmets. 4 laps to go for Bourgeois and Ciampa, down to about 45 seconds worth of time to get into the record books. And here comes the final pass from Bourgeois to Ciampa. So Nick Ciampa going to finish things off 2 laps to go, 3:29. 21 seconds for 2 laps. A tall order for Nick Ciampa, and there at the bell. Here comes Ciampa to the line. And they are going to be just off the pace. 351.195 the record. 351.254 for Bourgeois and Ciampa. So 6/100ths of a second short of the record books. Ciampa and Bourgeois, but they do collect a gold medal for their trouble. And that concludes our 2 male and 2 female relay competitions. Up next, it's going to be our 2 mixed relays. But before that, we want to take this opportunity to show you some highlights from yesterday's action. And what fantastic footage of all the fast-paced action that took place here yesterday during the individual inline races. Of course, if that wasn't enough for you, if you want to check out every single second of Roller Planet coverage from the previous days of these 2022 roller speed skating American Championships, that is available. Video on demand. Go to rollerplanet.net, log into your account, click on the sports tab, and the roller speed skating actions right there at the top. Day 1 featuring the Rookie Challenge, and of course yesterday's age group finals in the individual events. And we are not even close to done with our coverage here of these 2022 American Championships. Roller Planet coming at you all week long. Tomorrow we're going to start things off with the quad racing finals, the long finals, starting off approximately noon Mountain Time. Quad finals. Those are going to go for a few hours. We take the quad racing action, then we'll take a break. And, of course, Saturday evening, what it's all about, what we're all here for, the Race of Champions. Sponsored by Xfinity, the 15 fastest racers, both men and women, going to compete in that one for the $10,000 prize purse. The Race of Champions Saturday night. Put it in your phone. Put it on your calendar. Appointment viewing to be sure. But right now, we have got a couple of divisions that need qualifying heats to establish a final. And the first of those is our 13 to 16-year-old 2-mix 3,000 meter relay. So the rules, just like it was in the 2-man and 2-woman divisions, each skater racing 2 laps, then passing off to their teammate. And the teams for heat number 1 here on the line now in the purple helmets, Bell Speed Club, Kendra Bindula and Kyle Kolat. The yellow team there on the outside, Jaden Roberts and Minley Crawford, a strong team put forth by Infinity Racing. In the orange helmets, Laney Jackson and Luke Armstrong representing Team Illini. And then in the red from Team United, Mackenzie Robinson and Ashton Hale. So Robinson and Hale in the red. Definitely a team to watch here in heat number 1. Looking for 3 teams to advance to the final out of each of these 2 heats. And with that in mind, if a team falls off the pace, comes a lap behind the leader, they will be eliminated. And the 3 remaining teams will advance. So it looks like it is going to be the men handling the starting duties. Kolat, Roberts, Armstrong, and Hale. On the line, Bindula, Crawford, Jackson, and Robinson waiting their first shift out on the track in the box. Here on the near side of the skating surface. Racers on the line waiting for a final official to take her position. And we will get this one going. So heat number 2 in this division going to feature a Stallions team, Hannah Peterson and Grayson Losi. They're going to wear green helmets. Sage Meek and Peter Gale will represent Infinity once again in orange in heat number 2. And we will return to that momentarily, as right now we've got a false start. Looked like it was Ashton Hale in the red for Team United on the inside, who flinched just a touch early. Hale, known for his fast starts, so sometimes it can be a little tough to determine whether it's a false start or if he's just really quick off the gun. And in fact, it looked like it was going to be on Armstrong for Illini, where official Al Tinsley held up the yellow card. And there you do see that quick start of Hale. So Ashton Hale in front, leading the way for United. Now a nifty move inside Bell's Speed Club, took the lead momentarily. Hale has had enough of that, takes the lead right back as we come into our first transition. All the teams tightly bunched together. Now Robinson benefits from a good pass from Hale. She is out in front. Not that she needs any help to go fast, does Mackenzie Robinson. She leads the way. The Illini running in second. Bell Speed Club in third. The Infinity Racing team of Crawford and Roberts currently sitting out of the final in fourth, so they've got some work to do as Hale continues to lead, and there goes Infinity into third position and gonna go all the way to second, at least try to, and Jaden Roberts does get Infinity Racing into second place. Just 7 laps down in this one. United in front. Infinity running in second. Illini right there as well in third. Bell Speed Club has fallen off the pace. And now the Illini move into second. So a nice move by Jackson to put her partner into second position. Armstrong chasing Hale. He himself pursued by Jaden Roberts. The top three stay the same. Illini and Infinity back and forth in second and third. United starting to pull away. Bell Speed Club falling off the pace. So the top three will go through here in this one. 18 laps to go. Robinson passing off to Hale. Hale pursued by Roberts and Armstrong. Things starting to stretch out there between Infinity and Illini now. United has led almost the entire way. Bell Speed Club was briefly in front on the first lap. They have since fallen off, now just a complete half lap behind the leaders, while the Illini and Infinity continue to trade positions. Comfortably in second and third are they, as Robinson passing off to Hale once again. This United team looking very strong, cruising to the finals. Hale turning up the pace here, 12 laps to go. Transfer to Robinson. United now closing in on Bell Speed Club. And if United does gain this lap, that will effectively end the race. You see here's what's probably going to be a final transition for United, and you see there the officials do blow the contest dead. Bell Speed Club eliminated there as Team United catches them, puts them a lap back. So Bell Speed Club is out, and Infinity Racing, Team Illini, and Team United all advance to the final. Who will join them there? We're about to find out in heat number 2. Hannah Peterson and Grayson Losey in green for the Stallions. Sage Meek and Peter Gale racing under the orange helmets for Infinity Racing. Another Team Illini squad, Aubriana Ferreira and Donathan Dietrich. They are racing in blue. And a second Team United squad consisting of Jada Parker and Caden Haynes. They are competing with the pink helmet colors. So once again, we have 4 teams competing for 3 spots. If any team does fall a full lap off the pace, they will be eliminated on the spot, and the race will come to an end. Sage Meek and Peter Gale of Infinity Racing have had some success in the individual competitions. Grayson Losey was competitive for the Stallions, and Hannah Peterson we saw in the Rookie Challenge. She did very well. She's stepping up to team up with Losi here for the Stallions as the officials send the finishers off to the box. Starters are on the line.
All right.
And starters are at the line. And a false start. Looked like it was one of the two in the middle. Could have been Illini. Could also have been Team United. We'll have to wait for the official ruling and the presentation of the yellow card. And it is going to be Team Illini's Donathan Dietrich caught for the false start. And once again, it does look like it is the men who are taking over the starting duties and the women who will finish things off. So off the line, it was Losi got around the turn first, but after that, he's gone backwards as United out in front once again. United followed closely by Infinity. Stallions there as well. The Illini squad already giving up significant ground was Donathan Dietrich. Now Infinity has taken the lead from United, so Sage Meek out in front, pursued by Jada Parker. Meek and Parker running 1 and 2. The Illini making up a lot of ground. Did Aubriana Ferreira. She made that ground up on Peterson. So Illini now running in third. Stallions on the outside looking in at the moment. As Losi retakes third for the Stallions, but the battle up front stays the same. Infinity and United. And a couple of good passes there. Meek still out in front. Pursued by Parker. Meek and Parker. And the battle to stave off elimination heating up in the back as well. The Illini once again in possession of third. This could come down to which leg is on the track when the leader overtakes the back, because Dietrich has been giving up ground to Losi and Ferreira taking it back from Peterson all race long as the gap continues to widen to the leaders. Meek and Parker on the floor again. Infinity in front, United giving chase. And back at the back, it is the Illini and the Stallions. Once again, Ferreira picks up ground on Peterson. See if Dietrich can hang on to that advantage against Grayson Losi as Gale gives up the lead to Caden Haynes. So United now in front. We are at the halfway point. And United and Infinity in control. The lead is half of a lap. The front group as Meek steps inside and retakes the lead. So Infinity and United for the win. Stallions and Illini battling. Parker gets set to hand things off to Caden Haynes, once again in second position. So Infinity in front. That's Peter Gale leading the way. Caden Haynes went around the outside, does it again. This time he gets through. So Team United back in front. And the lead still just about half a lap. The two leaders against the other two. A terrible handoff for the Stallions. Grayson Losi completely overshooting Hannah Peterson, and that's going to be trouble. Peterson been giving up ground to Ferreira of the Illini all day long, and now the Stallions in a desperate position. 3/4 of a lap back on the leaders. Peterson trying to get to Losi to stave off elimination. And the Stallions fall down, and that is gonna do it. So this race is over. And the Stallions, bad luck there for Grayson Losey as he falls down and ends the race. Tough break for the Stallions. They were in a bad spot as it was. And things are ended by that fall of Losey's. So as the 13 to 16-year-old mixed heat number 2 leaves the floor, we are going to take a short break while our 10 to 12 competitors take to the floor. More coming just a moment on Roller Planet. And welcome back in to the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena. More qualifying heats in our 2 mix program coming your way. It's our 10 to 12-year-olds. This time around, heat number 1, they're on the starting line for Infinity Racing. The team of Brooklyn DeRay and Todd Crawford skating under the red helmets. Another Infinity Racing squad of Piper Alberson and Gabe Gale racing in pink. Phantom Racing fielding the team of Mia Campbell and Gage Butler. They are going to be wearing the yellow helmets. Looks like they have drawn the inside lane to start. And Team Illini going to contest this relay with Alexis Turlo and Sean Cook. So 2,000 meter race for these 10 to 12-year-olds, just like the 13 to 16-year-olds. 3 spots available for these 4 teams. If any team does fall a full lap back of the leader, the race will be ended, and we will have our 3 advancing teams. We've seen that happen a few times today. Saves the legs from those last few laps for the leaders. Now it's the line. And quickly off the line goes the Infinity Red. Infinity Red to the front. Brooklyn DeRay leading the way, and a big lead already on the first lap for Brooklyn DeRay. She's going to hand things off to her partner Crawford in very good position. The Phantom Racing squad, bad handoff between Campbell and Butler, but they are still in second as Todd Crawford has no interest in racing all 20 of these laps. He is picking up as much ground as he can, as quickly as he can. There on his first shift. Now he'll pass things back off to DeRay. So the lead for Infinity Red already half a lap against Phantom Racing has now drifted back into fourth. The Infinity Racing pink team back there as well as DeRay and Crawford look set to end this one, possibly even before the halfway point. Here goes Crawford on the course now. Illini, a stumble by the Illini, and she goes down. And Team Illini down in the transition zone, and she is not feeling good. Alexis Turlow falls down hard against the boards in that transition. And we'll wait for an official ruling. Obviously, after the fall, that Illini team was in last position, and Crawford went past, so it would seem that Turlow and Cook are the team eliminated. DeRay and Crawford looking very good as they are on to the final. Alberson and Gale, Campbell and Butler through as well. So the Phantom Racing team of Mia Campbell and Gage Butler through to the final. And Heat 2 featuring 5 teams. We've got Olivia Covey and Cooper Jackson for Bell Speed Club. They are racing in the purple helmets. Felan Janjovic and Christian Allenbaugh are in yellow for Infinity Racing, so the third Infinity Racing team here in Heat 2. The green helmets, the Stallions of Salamia Nasiedkina and Owen Bryant. And then 2 more Illini squads. You have Aubriana Kirk and Bryson Wallace in the blue, with Kyla Lawson and Remington Klish skating together in red for the Illini. So 5 racers. We believe that it is 3 spots available, so the same rules apply. If 2 teams fall off the pace and get eliminated, the race will be called to an end. So that performance by DeRay and Crawford in heat number 1, very impressive. We'll have to see if any of these teams look like they might be able to challenge that pairing from Infinity Racing. Dominant in heat 1, but here it is heat 2 coming at you. We've got a clean start, and to the front it's Infinity Racing. So another Infinity Racing team out in front, Janjovic. Another fast start for Felan Janjovic. She's done it all week long. She's going to pass things off to Christian Allenbaugh. Running behind them, the Stallions, Bell Speed Club, and the Illini Blue all getting there right together at the same time. But it is the Infinity Racing team of Janjovic and Allenbaugh. Once again, an Infinity squad in control here in a 10 to 12 mixed relay, as Janjovic already closing in on the Bell's Speed Club team of Covey and Jackson. And there you see, here comes Janjovic. So Covey and Jackson are out. And the Infinity Racing team, relentless, now pursuing the red Illini team of Lawson and Klish. And they have taken the lap there, and that is going to do it. So Bell Speed and Team Illini both eliminated here in the early going. Just a couple of laps into this one for Janjovic and Allenbaugh to end it. Salamia Nasiedkina and Owen Bryant for the Stallions advance. Aubriana Kirk and Bryson Wallace as well But after watching those qualifying heats, this is going to be all about infinity here in the final. DeRay and Crawford versus Janjovic and Alambaugh. It's going to be a good one. That one coming up here in a few minutes. Right now, though, we have our 5 to 9 mixed inline 1,200 meter relay teams coming out onto the floor. 5 to 9, 2 mix relay final. We have two Stallions teams and an Infinity Racing team. So orange and red are the hometown Stallions. And the third team, and the pink helmets on an Infinity Racing squad. I believe that the red team is Janea Washington and Jackson Cedillo. For the Stallions, the orange team, Leah Hoagland and Owen Booth. And we are awaiting word on the pink Infinity team. Now hearing that's Miller, Alberson, and Brindley Berg Fudge. Two Stallions teams and Infinity Racing, and my goodness, what a past 15-20 minutes we have had for Infinity Racing. Utterly dominant in both of the 10 to 12 mixed inline qualifying heats. Two teams qualifying in the 13 to 16 mixed 3,000 meter inline heats as well. So Infinity doing well here as we get the two mix program underway. See if Alberson and Berg Fudge can keep things going. So a fast start, and indeed too fast of a start for Cedillo. That was Jackson Cedillo in the middle for Stallions red. He is going to get the yellow card. So a false start on Cedillo. We'll line it up and try again. Cedillo and Booth and Alberson doing the starting duties here in this one. 5 to 9, 2 mix, 1,200. Jackson Cedillo out in front, pursued by his Stallions teammate Owen Booth. Both wearing Stallions uniforms, but very much competitors here in this one. Cedillo making the final turn to the first pass. He's going to hand things off to Janea Washington. Washington putting some distance between herself and Leah Hoagland. Hoagland racing for that Stallions orange team, and on the other side it's Brindley Berg Fudge racing second on the course for that Infinity Racing team in pink. But things really starting to widen out here. Just 4 laps in, a third of the way through, and Stallions red has this one under complete control, as it is Cedillo back out on the floor, and he is cruising along. So Janea Washington continues to push the pace for the Stallions. And they are now getting very close to overtaking that Infinity team. The 5 to 9 2 mix record in this distance is 2:14. And with 3 laps to go, Cedillo and Washington have that in their sights. Here we come to the final pass. Cedillo hands it off to Washington for the final time. Jackson Cedillo is done. 2:10 the time at that last handoff, so the record not in jeopardy here, but a gold medal certainly coming to Stallions Red as long as Janaea Washington can avoid utter calamity here around the final turn. And she's threw it clean to the checkered flag is Washington. And congratulations to the Stallions Red as Janaea Washington finishing things off. The Stallions Orange finished second, and the Infinity Racing team of Alberson and Bird Fudge come through in third place. So 1-2 go the Stallions, our 5-9 mixed relay. Final goes to the hometown team. And very strong performance there from Cedillo and Washington. We aren't seeing quite as many teams as we have in our individual age group, but this was a big event for speed skating. 33 teams from 19 different states participating here in the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships, sponsored by Xfinity. Of course, it all leads up to the Xfinity Race of Champions Saturday night. Approximately 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Coverage begins here on Roller Planet. Up next, it is our 13-16 2-mix final. So all those teams we saw qualify through in the green helmets is Infinity Racing, Sage Meek and Peter Gale wearing the green. In yellow, the other Infinity Racing team, Jaden Roberts and Minley Crawford. Team United. One Team United team is wearing blue. That's Jada Parker and Caden Haynes. And the other Team United team, Mackenzie Robinson and Ashton Hale, is wearing red. Excuse me, that is Jada Parker and Caden Haynes are wearing pink. Just getting some updated information here. Lainey Jackson and Luke Armstrong from Team Illini wearing orange. And the second Team Illini squad of Abriana Ferreira and Donathan Dietrich are wearing the blue. So the red team of Robinson and Hale have a false start accumulated from the qualifier, as does the Team Illini team in blue, Ferreira and Dietrich. So they're both going to have to be careful here at the start. Robinson and Hale for Team United skated very fast in their qualifying heat. So did Sage Meek and Peter Gale. But there are really no teams that are out of it here at the beginning. All of these teams, very talented, good speed on display across the field here, as we are still having the officials get everything put together. But it is, again, Robinson and Hale for Team United wearing red, racing under a false start warning already. In green, Sage Meek and Peter Gale from Infinity Racing. The other Infinity Racing team of Jaden Roberts and Minley Crawford skating in the yellow helmets. Second Team United squad. Jada Parker and Caden Haynes are wearing pink. And then 2 Team Illini teams. In orange, it's Lainey Jackson and Luke Armstrong. And in blue, it's Aubriana Ferreira and Jonathan Dietrich. So 2 United, 2 Infinity, and 2 Illini teams contesting this one. So 3 of our biggest and strongest squads represented well here in the 13 to 16-year-old 2 mix inline 3,000 meter race. This one's going to go the distance, 30 laps. Record in this event is held by Lainey Jackson and Ashton Hale. So teaming up with Jackson and Hale last year, they came in at a 5:03.219. So Jackson and Hale setting the record together a year ago, but today they're on opposing teams. Hale teaming up with Mackenzie Robinson, while Lainey Jackson is partnered with Luke Armstrong down there in the Team Illini orange. Following this race, we're going to move on to our 17 and up 2 mix final. Might have a brief warm-up period for some of those older competitors in the 17 and up, with their legs loose, rolling around the floor. But right now we are still in a holding pattern here, waiting to get this 13 to 16 2 mix final underway. Timing system, making sure everyone's in there correctly, labeled correctly. A lot going on for the officiating crew here during these relays. Officials at the 2022 American Championships, competition managers Robert Penrod and Lisa Dunham, lead track officials Al Tinsley and Denise Kerr. Other track officials include Jerry Shipman, Deborah Smotria, Mike Lackey, Daryl Hunter, Joe Smith, Trey Tinsley, Wayne Bowles, Ethan Dunham, Jasmine Foster, and Jalen Godin. Race analysts David Alcorn and Kathy Miller. Lead placement Roberta Meyer. Head timer Jason Goss. Race marshal Andy Bolin. Thanks to all of our officials working hard all week long here. Keep this event on track. And still the wait continues. Our 13 to 16-year-old competitors having some chip issues, so we're going to go ahead and step aside while they sort things out down at the starting line. 13 to 16-year-old 2 mix inline 3,000 meter final is up next on Roller Planet. And the starters are at the line. This 13 to 16-year-old 2-mix 3,000 meter relay final ready to go. Clean start and quickly to the front. It is Peter Gale. So the Infinity Racing team in green to the front. United red, Infinity yellow, United pink. So Infinity, United, running 1, 2, 3, and 4. The two Illini teams trailing off the pace here in the early going. First pass was very good for Infinity. Sage Meek out there pursued by Mackenzie Robinson. Those two ladies have distanced themselves from the rest. Minley Crawford for Infinity Yellow running in third, and the Illini Orange skaters now in fourth as the Pink United team of Parker and Haynes drops back into fifth. United versus Infinity at the front though. It's United red and Infinity green, Infinity yellow. Looking to bridge over the gap and make it a 3-team contest. Robinson. Very fast, pursued by Meek and Crawford. Jada Parker back into fifth, now gives that up to Illini Orange, Lainey Jackson, as our leaders come in for another push pass. United, Robinson to Hale. Still out in front, Sage Meek and Peter Gale trying to close the gap, but it's Roberts, Jaden Roberts of Infinity Yellow, who closes the gap on Peter Gale. So Infinity racing 2 and 3. And an excellent pass from Gale to Meek. Gets the distance back out. So Illini blue overtaken by the leaders, Sage Meek, as she has done previously, trying to chase down Mackenzie Robinson. Ashton Hale leads the way. Peter Gale in pursuit. Jaden Roberts trying to chase them both down as well. The three leaders have distanced themselves from the rest. Very, very rough pass there for Yellow. Infinity Yellow giving up ground. No transfer of momentum, barely a hand slap between Roberts and Crawford as we stay with our leader here, Mackenzie Robinson and Peter Gale. We're past the halfway point. 14 laps to go for Hale and Robinson. In control of this one, Gale and Meek slowly losing ground here lap after lap through the middle portion of the race. Team United proving to be too much for the competition here. Ashton Hale and Mackenzie Robinson getting further and further ahead. Full lap up on that orange Team Illini squad you see there. 9 laps to go for the leaders. As in Team United pink, they're giving up the lap to their teammates in red. So that's the 4th place team in pink. You see there a bit of a contact between all the Team United racers in the zone once things get stretched out a lap. So this yellow Infinity Racing team that the red United team is about to overtake, they are actually in 3rd. That is how far out in front Ashton Hale and Mackenzie Robinson have gone. They are taking laps on podium teams at this point. A truly dominant performance here. Hale to Robinson for the final time. This is Robinson's last 2 laps on the track. And there you see Infinity Green, Sage Meek. That is the 2nd place team that Robinson and Hale have just lapped. That is how dominant they have been here over the course of these 30 laps. Mackenzie Robinson and Ashton Hale utter domination here. The bell for Ashton Hale. And Mackenzie Robinson and Ashton Hale in the red helmets. They get the win and they break the record. So Ashton Hale had a piece of the record before. He holds on to his half, and Mackenzie Robinson gets her name in the record books as 4 minutes 58 seconds. .133 is nearly 5 seconds better than the previous mark set last year. Mackenzie Robinson and Ashton Hale getting it done there in the 13 to 16 2 mix 3,000 meter relay. Looking forward to seeing both of those two skaters in the Race of Champions coming up on Saturday night. We're going to let our next batch of racers warm up. We're going to take a break here. More mixed relay action coming your way on Roller Planet.
Sit and drive our feet out. Let them vacation back in.
1, bend your knees. 2, from here.
I'm going to be talking about moonwalk.
Give a little demonstration. Slap shot. Backhand. Snap shot.
If you want to be the best skater you can be, is to find the perfect place for you to find that push.
It was love at first sight.
Sculpted me into the man that I am today.
Our love grows every single time we travel to a new skating rink.
Skaters out there know we skate as much as we can.
The first thing you gotta do is get your own pair of skates. And I'm like, all right, say less.
I hit my first 720 at the age of 14 and a half.
And we were all able to have a hobby that we all went through together.
I was 9 years old and I would go skating with my 2 older brothers and my mom.
And welcome back in our 17 and above 2 mix inline 3,000 meter final ready to roll. We have 2 Team Illini teams. In the blue, it's Jazzy Foster and Justin Stelly. In the orange, it's Jalen Godin and Ethan Dunham. And in the pink helmets and uniforms, it is a Team Anabolics team of Paige Patrick and Jarrett Paul. So the first time we've seen Jarrett Paul here today as he gives up the lead to Stelly. So a lot of Race of Champions experience, success, and qualifiers out there. Everyone on the floor qualified for the Race of Champions except for Jarrett Paul, as he did not contest the age group individual contest. In fact, we are expecting Jarrett Paul to join me here in the broadcast booth for the Race of Champions, providing expert analysis of all the racing action on Saturday night. But here on the floor, he is running in third, not for long, in inside step. You see Jarrett Paul, and there's Stelly now. So Stelly and Paul trading back and forth. Dunham right there with them. All 3 of these teams running right together. 24 laps to go. Foster now out in front. Godin steps inside of Patrick. So Jasmine Foster going to give the lead up to Jalen Godin. And the orange Illini team now, Dunham out in front, Stelly and Paul running 2 and 3. Now there goes Stelly, Paul going to follow right along. So Dunham from first to third there, moving backwards, trying to get position back, and a lot of jostling, very tight racing here as Stelly, Paul, and Dunham. Now Foster and Godin starting to stretch things out against Paige Patrick, the Team Anabolics skater, now running in third. The 2 Illini teams still tightly matched, 1 and 2. There goes orange, Dunham into first. Now Stelly, quick steps around the turn, takes the lead back. Illini versus Illini at the front of this one, just at the halfway point. And Foster starting to stretch it out on Godin now. Jasmine Foster, of course, going to be one of the headliners of our Race of Champions tomorrow night. Stelly, her partner, expected to be a factor in the men's side as well. So that Illini blue team, very, very good. But neither of these other teams lacking experience and speed, as Jalen Godin We expect to compete for a podium spot in the Race of Champions. Ethan Dunham should be there as well. And Paige Patrick also qualified. And Jarrett Paul has been there before. As Foster and Stelly now taking control here, 10 laps to go. Stelly passing things back off to Foster. They lead the way. Godin and Dunham running in second. Patrick and Paul in bronze medal position. Final 2 laps for Jasmine Foster. As Illini Blue lead Illini Orange by about 2 seconds. Here into the final handoff. Foster to Stelly. So Justin Stelly bringing it home here for Illini Blue. Ethan Dunham in pursuit. There's the bell for Stelly. Ethan Dunham putting a late charge here, but it's not going to be enough. Ooh, it was closer than you think. Stelly taking things for granted there on the last turn, and Ethan Dunham making it very interesting at the line. But it is going to be Illini Blue. Foster and Stelly win the gold. Jalen Godin and Ethan Dunham take silver, and Paige Patrick and Jarrett Paul coming in bronze medal position. So a well-run race, a nice preview of a lot of our Race of Champions participants that we're going to see Saturday night. And as our 17 and up field prepares to leave the floor, we turn our attention to the holding area where we have our 10 to 12 two-mix inline 2,000 meter relay finalists. 20 laps for these 6 teams. In the red for Infinity Racing, we have Brooklyn DeRay and Todd Crawford showing total domination in their qualifying heat. Piper Alberson and Gabe Gale of Infinity Racing finished second in that first heat. Mia Campbell and Gage Butler from Phantom Racing qualified through as well. And then out of heat number 2, it's Felin Janjovic with Christian Allenbaugh, another Infinity Racing team. So 3 Infinity Racing teams here in this final. Aubriana Kirk and Bryson Wallace representing Team Illini, and Salamia Nasiedkina for the Stallions, racing with Owen Bryant. So DeRay and Crawford will be in red, Alberson and Gale in pink, Campbell and Butler in yellow, Janjovic and Allenbaugh in orange, Aubriana Kirk and Bryson Wallace in blue, and the Stallions squad of Nasiedkina and Bryant are there on the inside of the track wearing the green helmets. I do not think we can count out a 1, 2, 3 podium sweep for Infinity Racing. DeRay and Crawford, Janjovic and Allenbaugh looked very fast as they eliminated the competition in their respective qualifying heats. And of course, Piper Alberson and Gabe Gale have had success here at the 2022 American Championships as well. The record in this event is 3 minutes, 26 seconds, .033, a mark held by Alicia McBride and Zayden Wilson. So Bell's Speed Club not represented in the final here today, but their skaters currently hold the all-time mark in this event. After this one, we're going to have our 35 and up 2 mix inlines, another 2,000 meter race, and then our 2 mix program will come to an end with our 50 and above 2,000 meter race. And that is going to bring the morning to a close. So 3 races left here in the morning. We'll be stepping aside for an official lunch break at the conclusion of the 2 mix, and then we will resume our broadcast at, we're told, approximately 12:30 Mountain Time is the restart time that they're hoping for here from the officials, and that is where the 3 male, 3 female, and 3 mixed relays will all take place here this afternoon. Coverage continues of the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships on Roller Planet. Starters on the line now here in our 10 to 12 2 mix inline, and we've got a false start somewhere in the middle. DeRay was fast off the line, but it did not look like she moved first. I think it was Janjovic in the middle, but we will get the official ruling and the yellow card. And it's going to be on Aubriana Kirk, Team Illini's representative at the starting line. Just a little bit twitchy. Now there's a clean race, and to the front quickly it is DeRay and Janjovic. 1-2, this is what we expected. Phantom Racing running in third, but a distant third it is, just 1 lap in, and the gap growing between our top 2 teams and the rest of the field. Infinity Red versus Infinity Orange. Now it's going to be Crawford and Allenbaugh. So first and second held by Infinity. They're also running in fourth. Phantom Racing is in third at the moment. Crawford outpacing Allenbaugh here on their first turns around the track. Now Crawford passes it back to DeRay. Allenbaugh to Janjovic. Janjovic with some work to do against DeRay. And we will see if she's up to the task. Illini Blue have moved into third as Phantom Racing has fallen back. And this race now really starting to stretch out. DeRay and Crawford, incredibly impressive in their qualifying heat. Janjovic and Allenbaugh, the best of heat number 2 as well, but you can see here the difference between red and orange is growing, as now here goes Crawford working around the other 3 teams in the field. So red in control for Infinity Racing, and the race heating up for second now as Illini Blue have made contact with Infinity Orange. But out in front all alone is Infinity Red. DeRay back to Crawford, halfway home, and Crawford putting on a burst. And I do believe Infinity Orange has fallen into third place now. Team Illini, Bryson Wallace and Aubriana Kirk moving into second place behind our leaders. The lead continuing to grow, but it is over Team Illini now. Infinity Orange, Janjovic and Allenbaugh holding on to the third and final podium spot. As you see, coming into the transition zone, once again our leaders, DeRay to Crawford as they take a lap on Phantom and Stallion. So Crawford, 5 laps to go. So they head for the transition, and this is going to be DeRay's last 2 laps of the race. Brooklyn DeRay on the track for the final time here in this one. 1 lap left for her. She'll make the final pass to Crawford. And Infinity Racing, the red helmeted pair of DeRay and Crawford, cruising to victory. 2 laps left to go. 3:13 posted at the transition. And Crawford coasting home. There's the bell for Crawford. They are not going to break the all-time record, but they are going to win. And the race for second between blue and orange is going to be won by Team Illini. And Bryson Wallace pumped as he crosses the line in front of his rival Christian Allenbaugh. And Infinity Pink with some confusion as racing continues to round out the field. And Infinity Pink coming in 4th, Stallions 5th, and Phantom Racing still on the track. As you see, our victors there. Everyone just waiting for Campbell and Butler to finish up the course. 1 more lap for them, but it was all DeRay and Crawford in this one. And a nice comeback. Aubriana Kirk and Bryson Wallace getting the job done for Team Illini. They finished 2nd. And then Janjovic and Allenbaugh come across the line in 3rd. So that is our final standings for our 10 to 12 2 mix. As Phantom Racing coming around for the final time, finishing the drill. 35 and above 2 mix is next. Record in this event as our 10 to 12-year-olds prepare to leave the floor. 2 mix, 35 and up. Record 3 minutes, 49 seconds, .798. A record held by a Stallions team. And before we get to that race, they are going to take a quick warm-up, and we are going to take a quick break. 35 and up, 50 and up, 2 mix relays still to come here this morning on Roller Planet's coverage of the 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championship, sponsored by Xfinity.
Let's get another record.
And we are ready to go here. Our 35 and above 2 mix 2,000 meter inline. On the line are the starters, finishers in the box, waiting their turn. We've got 6 teams in this one. A purple team from Derby City Speed, Tiffany Schlomer, Christopher Anspach. Another Derby City Speed team in green as we get started here. And quickly to the front is an orange team, Kentucky Speed, Jennifer Kirk and Linny Morgan in front. Baker and Damon Atherton are the green team running in third. In fourth is the red team, Kate Freitag and Ryan Hughes of Kentucky Speed, orange. That jumped out in front, as we said, Jennifer Kirk and Linny Morgan. They're two Stallions teams, a blue one of Jamie and Brian Smith, and a yellow Stallions team of Katie Losey and Kevin Turnow. But it is Kentucky Speed in front, Derby City Speed right behind. Now there's the move. The pass late there. Christopher Anspach for Derby City takes the lead. So Derby City Speed taking the lead, but here comes Linny Morgan. So offsetting strategies here. Morgan racing against Schlomer, Anspach racing against Kirk. So we can expect to see these top 2 teams yo-yoing back and forth based on those matchups. In green, the other Derby City team, Baker and Atherton, they're running in third. And the 2 Stallions teams coming into view there, giving way. They are a lap off the pace, are blue and yellow helmeted Stallion squads. So once again, we see Morgan take the lead from Schlomer. And on the next leg, we have seen Ansbach take the lead back for Derby City as he races against Jennifer Kirk. Again, the record for this event held by Sherry Rodaway and Josh Simus for the Stallions, 349.798. And Derby City still in front here. How long can Schlomer hold off Morgan? That is the question as the laps tick down. 6 laps to go at the completion of this one. So we come to the pass, and Tiffany Schlomer doing a good job, puts Ansbach in great position. He's able to take the lead on the first half of the first lap of his leg here. And that red Kentucky Speed team now giving ground. And here we go again. Ansbach to Schlomer, the final leg for Schlomer. She's got to hold Morgan off for as long as she possibly can here and keep the gap as short as possible that Ansbach has to make up against Jennifer Kirk. And Schlomer doing a good job. Not till the final turn does Morgan overtake her, and now Ansbach with 2 laps to take the lead back from Kentucky Speed rival Jennifer Kirk, and there goes Ansbach. He gets the lead at the bell, so Ansbach stepping around the Yellow Stallions team, and the Derby Speed Purple squad going to get the win. Kentucky Speed's orange team is going to finish in second, and it is Derby City Speed green. Stephanie Baker and Damon Atherton, they held on to third place, I believe, for all 20 of the laps. As we see there is that purple team from Derby City, Tiffany Schlomer, Christopher Ansbach, victorious here, and also by over 10 seconds, setting a new American Championships record. So Tiffany Schlomer and Christopher Ansbach have set a new American Championships record. And the crowd here inside the arena loves it. Records falling here this morning. One more goes down right there in the 35 and up to mixed 2,000 meter relay. The last of our 2 mixed relay races here is 50 plus, a 2,000 meter contest featuring 4 teams, 2 squads from Kentucky Speed. A pink team is Julie Hall and Jim Bourgeois. In red, also for Kentucky Speed, Robin Joins and Mark Thornton. A Stallions team in green, Sherry Rodaway and Matt Bagnall. And Team Illini in orange, Tamala Foster and Chris Daig round out the field here in our 50 and above 2 mix 2,000 meter relay. The record in this event held by Patricia Lazier and Chuck Boucher. They set a mark of 3 minutes, 51.994 seconds. Back in 2019, they represented the Fast Forward Speed team. So our final race of the morning. Inline relays coming at you all day today here on Roller Planet. 33 teams have come from 19 states across the country to compete here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena, the site for these 2022 Roller Speed Skating American Championships. If you've missed any of the action previously this week, it is available video on demand at rollerplanet.net. Log in, the sports tab, and previous day's races are right at the top of the list. You can catch up or review the action at your leisure. Video on demand at rollerplanet.net. And our live coverage, of course, here all week long. We aren't leaving until the last races run on Sunday afternoon, but right now the 15 above 2 mix inline 2,000 meter relay is on the track. It's the orange Team Illini team in front, so Illini. Kentucky Speed Pink running in second. The Stallions are in third, and Kentucky Speed Red currently sitting in fourth position. And we're through the first pass. And Team Illini pulling away now. Tammy Foster. Sherry Rodaway stepping into second place for the Stallions. Foster finishing up her first couple of laps, passes things back off to Daig. Foster passes to Bagnall. Bagnall chasing Daig, pursued by Bourgeois. Jim Bourgeois looking to get Kentucky Speed's pink team back into second position. The Illini have led from the start. Stallions and Kentucky Speed jockeying for position. As the orange of Team Illini continues to lead, it's the pink of Kentucky Speed now in second place. Daig pursued by Bourgeois. Bagnall hanging tough for the Stallions in third. As Team Illini overtakes the red Kentucky Speed team, they will give way. Rodaway has put the Stallions back into second position. 8 laps to go. Illini, the team of Daig and Foster, led the way all of this race, looking to continue to do so. Bagnall trying to hold off Bourgeois. A tough matchup for Matt Bagnall is Jim Bourgeois, but if he can stay close, Sherry Rodaway has a clear advantage over Julie Hall. But they are running out of real estate if they want to try to catch the Illini team. Okay, here is the final handoff for Daig and Bagnall. So Daig and Bagnall, Bourgeois in pursuit. 3 laps to go. Chris Daig, Matt Bagnall driving his feet, trying to close the gap. Give Rodaway a chance in the final 2 laps to compete against Tammy Foster. Foster and Rodaway gave us some great finishes yesterday in the individual 50 and above division. Here they come to the bell. Sherry chasing after Tammy once again. They've gone to the wire before. Does Rodaway have enough? And she does not quite. So Team Illini, Tammy Foster, Chris Daig, coming in at just under 4 minutes. Half a second ahead of the Stallions team of Rodaway and Bagnall. So silver for the hometown Stallions. And Bronze will go to Julie Hall and Jim Bourgeois of Kentucky Speed Pink. So that is going to do it for our morning program here. The two-person relays are concluded. We're going to take a break for approximately 1 hour. The officials need to eat lunch. The racers do as well. But don't leave just yet. We've got some more highlights from yesterday's action here for you. As you think about lunch yourself, enjoy the images from yesterday's action.
Thanks for putting this on. mental's the biggest part, I think, really. It's like they always say, most sports are 90% mental and 10% physical. Even though these kids are way physically strong and they're super dominant, the mental will take you out so quick. You can overcome a lot of physical with strong mental awareness. As soon as you get mentally drained, you're on an uphill climb and you're fighting yourself instead of everybody else.
Team did great. It's a wrap. We made it through the day. Everybody's going home with medals.